The fourth day of the Katy Trail covers the eastern section from St. Charles to Machens. Now, Machens is in the middle of a field, so now I have to figure out how to get from there back to the start of the ride where my car is. Now you'll notice it rained overnight, and it's going to rain again today, but that's okay. I'm English, and rain is the natural state of the weather. In fact, the last 3 days of sun and clear skies has felt almost surreal to me. This feels much more normal. It takes about 5 minutes of riding to get from the St. Charles Best Western back to the Katy Trail, and almost immediately we're approaching the St. Charles Trailhead.
Now we have a rather damp Katy Trail here, but it seems to have absorbed the water quite well. Coming up to another trailhead. This is St. Charles, beginning of the third day, passing through Frontier Park. This is St. Charles Trailhead. It rained last night. This is the third day. Had rain in St. Charles. Probably tell from the condition of the trail there's a little standing water, not too much. I'm going to call this mile 0, day 3. No, this is day 4. Take that back, day 4. I see buildings, I see cool stuff, but I don't see useful stuff. Although St. Charles itself is a major town, everything you could possibly want is in St. Charles. We're approaching the Black Walnut Trailhead at mile 10. Remember, St. Charles was the mile 0. What do we have here? Very, very little, very little. Tools, benches, shelter, no restrooms, no water. Bear that in mind, that we're only 10 miles from St. Charles where you find everything you want. Plus a couple of roads here.
I must say, the eastern section of the trail is as beautiful as anything I've seen on this entire trip. Of course, to my eyes, everything looks better after a good rainfall. I'm very impressed with how the trail surface has soaked up the water and is still extremely rideable. On the dirt trails back in Southern California where I live, this kind of rainfall would have left puddles and erosion gullies and made the trail very much more difficult to ride.
Okay, it just started raining. I suspect people from Missouri would say that this is a light rain. Certainly in England this would be a light rain. In California, they would send the most junior reporter together with the most junior cameraman out to stand by the freeway so they could report back to the head reporter in his nice dry studio. Hey, yeah, John, it's raining. All right, can I come back now? It seems to be almost a rite of passage. Now, in California, when it rains, half the motorists continue traveling at 80 miles an hour, and the other half slow down to 40. So that speed differential combined with wet, slick roads means we have a ridiculous number of accidents on the freeways, even caused by a light rain. That's just California for you. Okay, I just passed a trail sign that said 29 miles to the end of the trail, whereas I think it's 10. Or rather, Ride with GPS thinks it's 10. I don't have a clue. But if it's 30 miles, I got some riding to do. Because it's 10 miles beyond that to my train. And I have 4 hours to complete it. So I better not screw around.
Hey, don't screw around. You screw around too much.
This is Machens. I think this is the end of the trail. Very much looks like the end of the trail. Time to ring a bell. That's it. We've done the trail.
So it turns out that Ride with GPS was correct and the trail sign was wrong, which is fortunate. I have 13 more miles to ride to get to Alton, Illinois. And the reason I'm going there is because I can catch a train back to Sedalia. If you remember, Sedalia, I passed that on day one of the ride. So the plan for today was to ride 30 miles from St. Charles to Alton, Illinois, then take the train back to Sedalia, and a further 30 miles back to the start of the ride at Clinton. As you can see, the weather has improved dramatically.
So I'm about to cross the Missouri for the last time on a bicycle, probably. This is a very pretty little bridge here. And it has stopped raining. And the sun's trying to come out. That's a pretty good way to finish off a ride. Gonna shoot the gap here. Oh no, this isn't. I'll be down, look, this is from Mississippi. Oh, fantastic. There's another river added to my list of bicycle crossings. Whoa, look at the size of this. It is huge.
Going through here.
All right.
You're gonna walk through this car, put your bike back here,
Got it.
and then hang it up, and then you're gonna come back and sit in this car right here.
Okay.
I saw the Gateway Arch on the way back to Sedalia. That was cool. Amtrak was even later by the time it got back to Sedalia, so I was going to have to do some riding in the dark. Fortunately, I have good lights. Now listen for the high-pitched warbling sound. Can anyone tell me what this is?
There's some weird ass noises coming. Wow. That'd scare the crap out of me if I was a nervous person.
Take a look at the lightning ahead. That's exactly what you don't want to see when you're on a ride.
That was lightning, wasn't it? Did you see that lightning?
After a brief stop at Windsor to refuel, there's less than 10 miles to go. I'm still seeing lightning ahead occasionally, and I'm hoping it's more than 10 miles away. I really like the lights on this bike.
There it is. And there's the trailhead. smells nice. Oh, nice smell since you ride through here. I see the water tower. Clinton! Yeehaw! Here we are at the Clinton trailhead. I gotta ring the bell and just figure out how to get back to my hotel. Finding that bell. Other side. There's no bell. Where's the bell? There's supposed to be a bell here. Cat? Does that count? And ring the cat. I don't think the cat would like that. There's no bell. Somebody nicked it. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find it. There's the bell. Done. All done.